Check, check. One, two. Good evening. Good evening. Back up the music just a little bit, and we'll get started right on the top of the hour, and I'll get that raffle going. Thank you very much for joining me. This is kind of the first installment of our weekly close show, and I'm super excited about it. So again, thank you for joining me. If you know who I am, great. If you don't, I'm just going to do a quick little introduction. I am your host, BTC Biff. You can call me Biff. You can call me Shirley if you hit that follow button. I really don't care. That's what this is all about. I need to get this follower count up. So we're gonna hammer this thing to 50 and beyond. This show is going to be open format. I'm gonna do it every Sunday night, at least once a week, 8 p.m. Eastern. So please join me. Same time, same bat time, same bat channel in the Biff Cave here. I've got a lot of stuff planned, a lot of content to cover. Just talking to a lot of people in the Twitch community, though, I can tell. Just talking about some of the basics is going to be, some of the things that we do. So, click over to my headset here. So again, it's open format, so comments, questions. I want it to be interactive. I want you guys to see things that you're actually gonna, get something out of at the end of the day. Maybe think about something a little differently. Talking with a lot of people. I'm gonna kill this chat too because it gets in my way, and I want to see some charts. And you know what? If you can't make your way over to Twitch and jump in my chat, you're not winning any free Bitcoin anyway. So we'll go ahead and kill that as well. Let me know, guys, if everything sounds and looks okay. So we'll just kill that real quick. Give me a thumbs up or a yeah, or we're about to leave this show because it sounds terrible. That works too. We'll get that raffle started right now too. All right, cool. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining, Frosty. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Across the galaxy. Again, open format, Bitcoin, crypto, markets. A lot of things are moving in the world markets these days. It's cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin is not just on its own anymore, but there's a lot of misconceptions out in the world. So if we can clear some of those up, make people a little bit more comfortable with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, what they're actually looking, what they're buying. That's what this is all about, and I realize there's some really good traders that are moving their way to Twitch, and it's because of this format. We can be on camera, answering things live, doing things interactively, and answering questions because, that's how I learn. I don't know how you guys do, but that's how I learned cryptocurrency, is just jumping in, and sometimes the hard way. So if I can help some people, ease their way in, or maybe answer some questions, because it's a worldwide, change in the way we do a lot of things. It's a way of almost removing boundaries and borders across the world with payment systems. Because of that, though, there's also a lot of interested parties, both on both sides. People that want to see it be successful, and people that don't. I think there's a lot of benefits to crypto, especially for small businesses, right? The list goes on and on and on. So if you guys want to talk about use cases, or anyone tells you that you're late to the crypto party, or that Bitcoin's old and it's going to get replaced by something else, I'm happy to talk about that. But we're also going to have some fun. I've got the old Mad Money soundboard up here. I plan on getting some animations in this thing, get the chat room interactive, and maybe give you guys a little perspective that you hadn't seen already before. And again, there's some really good personalities that are, multiple years. There's also some really good personalities that are already on Twitch and crypto that are pro traders. I definitely recommend check some of those shows out, but I want to do this one a little differently. I want this one to just be, almost like a hangout, where we can just come. I'm going to be broadcasting all kinds of stuff. I'm just getting started with the streaming part of this. It's something that I've never really got into, and I've been in finance, and I love building computers. I mined GPU rigs. I've also worked in corporate finance. I'm a business analyst out in the real world. Gaming's just been always part of my life. I'm into a lot of other things, but it wasn't until recently that I realized that I was really not being very efficient when it came to monetizing my time, especially on social media. And instead of trying to beat my skull against the wall and help people that just either, don't want to be helped or they're on Twitter or social media to troll and, do whatever it is that they're interested in, that's fine because I'll just leave all those people there. I'll be hanging out here on Twitch. You're more than welcome to join me anytime. Even if I'm just streaming or playing a game, jump in, say hi. If you had a question about crypto or something just kind of popped your curiosity and you want to talk about it, great. That kind of feedback will help me kind of figure out what content I can provide. The other thing we're going to do is try to figure out one more time slot because I know like people in Europe, this is very late for them, and crypto is very worldwide, guys. I'm meeting a lot of people on Twitch that are into the gaming world that have a little bit of crypto experience or crypto knowledge. And, if we can kind of combine all of that and get this all into one show and, remove any of those fears or misconceptions or any questions you guys have at all, right? That's what I want to do. And I want to share my experiences as well. And, obviously formal trend analysis when it comes to trading, anything you guys have questions about, large or small. There's no bad questions, right? The only bad ones are the ones that we don't ask, in my opinion. I didn't learn this stuff just by going on Twitter and reading someone else's crap, you know, or somebody out there on Facebook trying to build engagement that's pumping a bunch of charts at people, with lies and deceit, right? That's not how I learned. I learned from some people that aren't really looking to be famous, right? And some of my influences that really helped me out, especially this last year when things have just been crazy in this crypto market, um, you know, they're going to remain nameless because they helped me and they're not looking to be famous, right? So you gotta kind of think sometimes, right? Who are those people, right? What those people on Twitter with thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, and they're just looking for engagement. Maybe they have under other interests involved. And crypto is just, I mean, it's full of scams, guys. If you look around, it's not very hard. You take a couple blocks around the internet, jump in a chat room on Facebook and ask somebody how to buy Bitcoin. I mean, it's just insane, right? I mean, you just get inundated with crap and scams and nonsense, and I just can't stand it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to remove all that. We're going to talk about fallacies. We're going to talk about markets. We're going to talk about individual coins. The only thing I forgot to do a little research on was the Referium, but we'll look at that token as well. And I don't know if that's actually traded on some exchanges that we'll look at. But guys, I'm an analyst. I'm a markets analyst. Crypto is just one small part of markets right now. It's a very, very small part. So, if I can remove the misconceptions and kind of help us navigate some of those and make wise decisions with our money, talk to a lot of gamers already that, are just buying little bits of crypto here and there, maybe kind of stashing them away. Nothing wrong with that. Dollar cost averaging is basically what that's called. If you want to Google that or you have any questions about that, that's something that we can talk about. Anytime you're making, and again, this is not investment advice. I am not an advisor. The legal mumbo jumbo jargon I'll throw at you guys. Any kind of investment advice, you know, is basically something that I want to steer away from. I'm not going to do price targets. I'm happy to go over a trading plan with somebody if they want to talk about some kind of short term or leverage trading, but that's not what I want this show to be about. I want this show to be about exposing new people to cryptocurrency, people that are interested in it, people that, genuinely want to learn with a community of other people, and we'll collaborate, and that's how we'll do it, and it's that simple. We'll do a lot of videos, we'll go through wallets. I'll show you what I use and what works for me, and I'm in the United States, so I'll have that perspective, but I'm also going to bring a lot of people on this show with other perspectives. So, yeah. Hi, Dilemma. Thank you very much for joining. This is not the Trevon James show. I'm not. If you guys were exposed to BitConnect, I apologize in advance because that's not fun. But um, there's, this space, I'm not going to use the word space because I don't like that either, but there's definitely a lot of scams out there. And there's a lot of people trying to make money off of, maybe newer investors as well. You don't have to really go far to find those in the space. And yeah, if we can help people save money or avoid those scams, right? Then I'm gonna feel better at the end of the day. We'll build a community that is like that as well, and then the whole crypto industry will benefit from it. But it starts just like this, me in the Biff cave broadcasting my pirate signal into the matrix, wearing glow sticks. I mean, let's do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So let me get this raffle going here, and then we'll get started. And guys, let me know if you have any questions, if that makes sense, if there's anything you'd like to see me pull up on a chart. We'll go through just what I looked at recently. And again, this is going to be trend analysis we're going to do on the fly. Bitcoin's trading about 10.3 right now. The BitMEX volume is 24-hour volume is down a little bit. It's about 2 billion, so that's quite low actually compared to where it was. The open interest is about 800 million right now, so that's down quite a bit as well. So this kind of looks like a little flattening, a little feeling out period in the Bitcoin market right now. Some of the alts are definitely popping today, but again, not anything like super life-changing moves. We'll look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, which is actually right here, and you see its slow, descent into hell, which has really been affecting the altcoin market. So, you know, we'll talk about that in a minute, guys. But I'm not gonna again, I'm not going to give you guys anything other than my objective, unbiased feedback as an analyst, and sometimes it might be brutally honest. And I'm not here to hurt feelings or offend anyone, but analysts, that's what we do, right? So I'm gonna give it to you, honestly, right? My opinion is what I see in a chart, what I might be doing, or what I might be thinking about. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm just gonna hit the iRaffle in the chat and actually see what happens here. I don't even remember what it's set for. I guess I didn't even start it. So let me get that going. And let's look at this F. That's actually a good place to start because I know a lot of people like, altcoins, and actually we're talking about a market that's pretty depressed, right? I mean, everything's been just absolutely crushed the last year and a half. We had this little rebound in March, Bitcoin. Um, you know, it did move a little bit, and we had this kind of spike to 13, 14K. Yeah, let me jump in there and get that started. Actually, it's not going. So bear with me just a minute. I don't know why that didn't fire, man. No, give me just a minute. I can't get the raffle to go. Yeah, it's going pretty well, except for I can't get my raffle to go. Again, I appreciate you guys joining too. So let me know if any of that made sense or didn't make sense, or if you have any questions. Again, this is for you guys just as much as it is for me. I will grow. And I'll make this show better. I mean, 3 weeks ago, I could barely use Streamlabs, and here we are, right? I'm giving away Bitcoin. You guys are listening. Should be working now. There we go. All right, go ahead and hit that iRaffle, guys. It's 5 minutes on the clock. So hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Raffle, 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 raffle. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and post that on Twitter. Get in here, get in here. I'm giving free Bitcoin away. What else do you want? You know what I mean? I mean, what else do you want?
house of pleasure.
I mean, really. I'm giving free Bitcoin away. People think I'm scamming, right? Meanwhile, some guys like putting stuff in Twitter about, I'll give you 10 grand, if you retweet this. And people, and you get thousands of retweets, right? I guess that's life. Again, I'm not going to complain about it, and I'm not going to worry about those people. I'm only going to worry about the people like you, the people that are actually watching this right now, the people that might have an opinion for themselves, the people that are interested in learning, the people that are supporting me, right? Because I will return the favor, and I'm just going to build this channel, and I'm in no hurry. I'm coming here every Sunday night, and I'm going to be consistent about it. My message is going to be clear. Where the things that we look at are going to be very clear. I'm not just looking at crypto either, guys. To be brutally honest, uh, yeah, Bitcoin is a very small percentage of my portfolio overall. Okay, so same with crypto. I mean, I'm 95% or 90% all in Bitcoin right now. I'm not really holding any altcoins. I do have some that are kind of left over. I have some other projects that I'm into, but those have been flattened too. Now, do I think now is necessarily a bad time to be buying those or maybe kind of stashing them if you think we're looking at, at coming back? Absolutely not. But just, for instance, right, Star and I were talking the other day. We're playing a game right now on the Engine blockchain, but to go buy Engine, right now, I we have to actually go on an exchange. Can I jump on Binance if I'm in the United States? Well, no, right? They're doing away with that. So I mean, there's limited options of where I can even go buy that right now. Now we can still use Coinbase, right? Coinbase is a kind of a corporate conglomerate. It's not my favorite out of the exchanges, but it's easy, it's simple to use, right? It's out there for anyone, and I think it'll be a great gateway for the next major wave of cryptocurrency, purchasers when they come in. And it will happen. Thank you very much for the follow. Oh, sweet. It's actually working. Something's working. Yes. Everything I use in this show, too, guys, is free. It's available to any of you. Any of you guys can go sign up for the TradingView, account. You want to do some basic charting, trend analysis. I'm happy to go over basic indicators, things that I've learned from 20 years of, markets analysis. I mean, this is what I do and have done for many, many years. But now I'm combining all of this and I'm bringing it to a new audience. If you if you join, I'll send you some glow sticks. I guess you'd have to know your customer to me, but I had these glow sticks like sitting in my house for years and years and years. I don't even remember what we used them for. It was a party, and I was like, man, I'm gonna put those in my broadcast. I'm trying to figure out what else I can put in the office to kind of be some eye candy and catchy stuff too. But let's see, we got just a couple of minutes left on that giveaway. So again, if you're in chat, I'm not even paying attention to the viewer count. Again, I don't really care anymore. And thank you so much for the follow, Humbird. I'm gonna do a hummingbird cam actually at my house, but appreciate the follow so much. I'm just tickled to be here, excited to do this show, happy that I'm reaching out to a whole new audience, and I'm gonna play some video games. I'm like my whole attitude towards gaming has just been like revigorated. My batteries are charged. I'm seeing all these cool games. I'm meeting all these awesome people. Like I'm just like I said, I'm just super happy right now, and it's gonna it's gonna come out in my work, and I'm I'll give you whatever you want at this point, Frosty. I sure appreciate all your help as well. My group has just been so awesome in this transition into the Twitch space. But that's it on the raffle. Let's see, we got a winner here. I was just messing around with some glow sticks. I do have some left though, so I'll save these for the next show. Pick winner. Here it comes. Oh, Star, you sucker. Send me your wallet address, Star. Congratulations. Rigged. I'll tell you what. If he wants to give it away, he can. No, I'm not gonna do that. I really do want to give away Bitcoin though to people that have never had any, guys. And congratulations, Star. And you're getting your Bitcoin tonight. I don't care, what anyone says. And it's definitely not rigged. I mean, if you guys want to see the screen, I'll show it up there. But you know, this is just the beginning, guys. You'll have a chance every week. Like I think next month I'll do $9, and we'll just do it. I'm not made of money, and obviously I don't want to give all my Bitcoin away, but this is money I made trading this year in April when Bitcoin was at 3 or 4 thousand, and everyone thought it was literally, um, you know, going falling off the face of the earth. And that's what we're talking about too. These are market cycles. So every single asset on the planet that is traded, right, in any sort of open market is subject to market cycles. And again, I don't care what you're talking about. It's not outside of crypto. If you're talking uranium or gold or something that I said shoots lightning out of Zeus's butt, right? It really doesn't matter. Of course you can. It really doesn't matter what you're talking about. It's all subject to market cycles. So you've seen like the fear and greed index, right? And market psychology and stuff that, is very common, right? Well, that stuff's very real. It's very real. And anyone who thinks otherwise is ignorant. And that's just the way it is. And crypto is no different. It goes through market cycles just like everything else. People are really down on crypto. People bought, the 20K top on Bitcoin. People have been buying altcoins kind of on the way down. You can see that 2018. I mean, this is ETH versus Bitcoin right now, and obviously Bitcoin kind of had its move up in April, but since then the whole altcoin market has just been crushed, right? And you know, is now the opportunity when everyone else is scared, right? I mean, Sir Bev. Cool, man. Thank you. Yeah, I got it. I'll send that to you right away, man. And I'm also going to pick somebody on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter. I'll do a posted tweet once a week. I'm not spamming this stuff though anymore, guys. I'm giving Bitcoin away. People should be coming to me. They'll realize sooner than later that I'm not scamming, and I'm literally exposing people to Bitcoin. And then I'll have a flood of people, and then, that's inevitably what will happen. But I'll remember the people that are in these groups early on and who helps me out and who spreads the word because advertising, when it comes to word of mouth, there's no better advertising on the planet because I'll earn your trust, and I'll be here every week, right? And I will under promise and over deliver. And I have a lot of fun stuff planned, gimmicky stuff. I'll try to make this little area in here fun to look at, right? I mean, that's what's so cool about Twitch. You can deliver stuff like this, and you guys will know right away if I'm full of shit, right? You can't stand up here and not know what you're doing, right? So, again, any coins you want to look at, a lot like Bank Link, real popular right now. There's not a whole lot to actually look at from a charting perspective. This is the USD pair. Um, I hear a lot of people talking about this coin, and I'm fine with that. I haven't done a lot of research on functional analysis, quote unquote. But man, don't fall in love with altcoins, guys. If there's one message I can give to you, treat an altcoin like a penny stock. Treat it like it's gonna stab you in the back at any point in time. Don't fall in love with them. Don't have emotional attachments to them. They're just assets. They have funny names and communities, and people get all excited about them, but at the end of the day, they're traded by people that want to take your money. So don't lose your money to the day traders. Don't jump in before you have to. Is Link, the next greatest thing because it's associated to Google? Well, maybe, I don't know. But is this a trend right now that I'm, trying to jump into and throw all my money at? Well, no. We can look at the Bitcoin pair. You can see BNB, that's one that, I was buying down here, right? At like $5, $6 a coin, did really well. And now we've got all this uncertainty in the market in Binance and US, and no one really knows what the hell's going on. And it's just been trading in this range. Well, all of a sudden now they've unlocked their employee tokens, right? So now the employees are dumping on the market. Yeah, well, exactly, too. Not on Coinbase, too, right? That's a good point. So we were talking about stuff that is on Coinbase. So, I got that message too. Thank you. Oh, let me get rid of this stupid alert now. No fake shit. I like that. No nonsense. No fake stuff on this program, guys. No fake stuff. Again, everything that I have, other than this trading light heat map, um, which is beta right now, but if you have any questions about that, let me know too. This is going to be a charge. So, this is a really, really, really nice level 3 heat map, which basically includes market depth. And it's kind of showing us right now, and this is Bitcoin on a 4-hour chart. It's kind of showing us this upward trend is being supported. A lot of the volume depth in the market is up here around that 11.1 range. So based on just like a heat map trend, kind of looks like we're continuing to move up. Um, BitMEX kind of did that same pattern right now, but it's just there's not a lot of movement. It's kind of flat. So let's look at more of a zoomed in version. We'll just get the Bitcoin rundown out of the way, and then we'll go back and look at ETH because ETH is the one that's actually kind of scaring me a little bit right now. Again, I don't want to make you nervous, but this is realistic, and I want to share my honest opinions. So, here's our run up to 14K, which was basically just this nuclear run, right, from way down here in the 3K range, and everyone was calling us to go down into the depths of hell, right? And people were calling for 1800 Bitcoin and 800 Bitcoin and yada yada yada. And what does it do? Well, it does what Bitcoin does, and it said F you, right? And then we got this Soros candle, and we're up in the 4,000 ranges, and then everyone's like, oh, well, this is just some fake pump. Bam, now we're trading at 9K. Oh, well, that's some kind of, fake nonsense. And then we got this just meteoric run to 14, which was completely unstable, unsustainable. That is a very parabolic move, though, guys, and that's not something you can just ignore, right? Now, will it come back down and retest some of this range, some of this zone down here? Maybe, right? It's possible. Do I think it's going to? Well, not necessarily, but that's the kind of thing that we're going to do as analysts, right? We're going to kind of look at the trend. We're going to try to put ourselves in front of it. This trend analysis kind of thing, yeah, we'll definitely look at that. Oh, link chart? Yeah, we'll definitely go. I'll go back and look at link, man. We can look at anything you guys want too. I'll just, I'm gonna keep rambling. So stop me at any point. Please ask questions. Let's be interactive, and we'll look at stuff together. It's about 8:30, so I'll try to go for about half hour more, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. Um, this is just a basic Bitcoin chart. I draw lines with ranges. I like to use a tactic called just mean reversion, which is basically taking two price ranges, which I took the local high here and the local low, and I literally just take the middle of that range. I use a drawing tool, and I literally just draw the top and the bottom, and the midpoint of that range, I'll crudely draw a line. And that's, kind of the middle of this price range right here. So that's a 11.1 number. If I was, looking to purchase Bitcoin or trying to take some sort of trade where I wanted to maybe take a little extra risk or, you know, take some sort of long, that would be my line that I'd be watching, right? So I want confirmation that we're going to break through that and break out. Until that, though, we're riding this trend that we're currently in right now, which is this trend line here. Kind of started at that 13K top, topped out again here at 12.1, 12.2, right? And then we continue downward. So it looks like, based on our daily, that our selling is rounding off on our MACD, and we're probably looking at continuing on to go up, and test that trend line again. This would be kind of no man's zone for me in a short-term trade, though. I'm not super excited to long that. I'm not super excited to short it. I'm not doing any sort of manual trading right now, so it's very easy for me to be unbiased and say that. I'm in no hurry, right? And I see that on crypto Twitter. It's like, man, I got to make 150 posts with like all these charts and let them know that I'm banging out 20x leverage and here's my chart. Rah, 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 rah. And these guys, it makes it look like they're literally just banging out trades all day long, right? Well, some of the best traders don't trade for months at a time. I mean, they'll sit here and watch a trend like this and coil up like a snake. And when they're ready, when their setup hits, when they, feel good about the trend, then they hammer it, guys. Trade less, trade smarter. There's no reason to put yourself in a bad position. And if you're ever investing any sort of money, right, or getting involved in anything and you feel uncomfortable about it or bad at the end of the day, or you're losing sleep over something like that, there's probably a good chance that you're over leveraged, right? You're probably overexposed into an investment. That's no way to live. And it's certainly no way to collect a highly volatile asset, or something like Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So, I'm going to preach responsible finance, guys. That's what I do. Again, I'm not a moon boy. I'm not gonna blow a bunch of smoke at anyone and say, Bitcoin's going to 8 million tomorrow. Follow me. Blah 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 blah. That's not what this show is going to be about. This show is going to be about real street. Realistic expectations, setting those, learning something about trend analysis, going through the coins that are important to us, right? The things that I'm actually in touching and using right now, especially in the gaming, like Engine, the basic attention token. Link is obviously very popular. Guys, have any questions about Bitcoin or the current trend right now? Is there anything, indicator wise? I can pull up a lot of stuff, but I'm going to keep it very general and very simple right now. From my trend analysis standpoint, I'm watching these levels and I'm kind of more expecting this further consolidation for whatever period of time, especially right now where it kind of just feels like the volume's low and all of a sudden we're lulling. Um, it's the volume's dropping off. The candle just closed a little while ago. There's just really not much movement. There's no decisive, definitive action. So that actually could be good for alts. If we kind of continue out this range here and this trend line follows down, you could draw another line now that we have these two consecutive higher lows and maybe look at something like this, right? That's what I would be looking at. And if I was trading, I would be trying to kind of trade that zone. Does that make sense? Type a yes if I haven't put everyone to sleep. Somebody. Let's go back and look at Link. This is the kind of stuff we'll do though, and again, I'm like an analyst at your disposal. So if you want to learn some basic trend analysis, if you want to look at some specific indicators, if you want to kind of get my opinion, this link chart though, man, there's just really not much on it yet to look, from Binance. We can kind of pull into the 4 hour. It looks like it's kind of trading that range, but again, man, I think there's just way too many people hyped up on this coin right now, personally. And I mean, it's just another altcoin to me. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see what else they got. That's a good point. Yeah. Let's see what else there is. Or maybe like a Link BTC. See what else is Link on? Binance. Here you go. Chainlink USD. Oh, that's pretty much the same thing. Let's see what the Binance like BTC looks like. Why am I not seeing it? Here we go. That one's a little longer. Yeah, there's more to look at on that chart. Let's look at the Bitcoin though. That's kind of what I'm more curious about. Does look like it, made some sort of bottom here. Now is it gonna double tap bottom? That's not actually terrible looking structure though, from a Link Bitcoin standpoint. Let's see what the USD chart is. It's kind of that ranging stuff on the USD, but while Bitcoin's being this volatile, I don't expect any altcoins to really take off in that alt season until there's some more stable, consistent Bitcoin. And I just don't see that on the short term, especially how volatile things have been in the last few months. Um, when I was a contrarian in April, it was a heck of a lot easier to jump in there and long Bitcoin. But right now, I just like even some of the really good traders are punting longs into that thing and just getting destroyed by this choppy movement. That's not me. I'm looking for, you know, I'm okay with higher risk as long as I feel like I'm on the right side of the trade, but I'm not doing any kind of manual trading like that. I'm not hunting things. I'm doing my automated robot trading. If you guys have any questions about that, on BitMEX doing that, just let me know. There's a Discord link on my Twitch page. Click on it. Lots of awesome traders and crypto experts out there available anytime. Crew I work with, project I work on. It's a robot that trades on BitMEX. Very small positions, very low leverage, lower risk. Is there anything that you specifically wanted to look at on the link Bitcoin chart? I mean, that's really not that bad looking from a structure standpoint. I know that's a popular coin. If I was trading that BTC pair, I'd be looking at that 252 level um, for some sort of confirmation. I mean, just looking at the 4 hour like that. But, again, is it going to be off to the moon like a lot of people expect? A lot of people were thinking this thing was going to, rocket ship right in here, right? Because it got that huge pump, and there we are, and that's a downward trend, right? So the trend is your friend until it's not. More on like a daily. I mean, this is obviously a nice run, right? And then it went parabolic. And there's some people that think that's the next Microsoft, man. You want me to put some kind of indicators on these? I mean, we can look at all kinds of stuff if you're actually looking to kind of see. I put some moving averages on these probably, or maybe like let's see what it looks like with a band or guppy. Let's see the moving averages. So this is called the Madrid moving average, and again, this is all free, guys. It's available for you anytime. It's an indicator. You just go out to the public library on TradingView. You do have to sign up for an account, but go out there, and this one's called the Madrid moving average ribbon, and it'll basically take a bunch of moving averages and put them all in one nice chart so you can kind of see, how things are working with the trends. So you can see on this, big movement up, big huge pump. Now, anytime you get some buying like that, there's going to be some sort of recoil. It's almost inevitable. We talked about market cycles. Now, is this thing going to retrace? Well, I don't know. I mean, well, we'd have to watch it. It's kind of trading in this range right now, but I mean, that's a nice looking move, for sure. Appreciate it. Whoever that was, let's see, Arcadium, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I'm going to work very, very hard on this channel. I appreciate all the support. Pump me to 50, and we're just going to go crazy after that, too, because I'll start. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I appreciate the love. I really do. Let me give you a shout out real quick. We're coming, man. And it's so much better on Twitch because you can't hide here. And I'm so sick of Twitter and Facebook and all the bullshit, man. I can't stand it anymore. So here I am, here I am, world, and whatever happens, happens. I really don't care. But I want to build a community around this channel, and I want people showing up here that want to participate and learn, and not are just trolling or trying to get that engagement or clout or whatever. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to share with you guys, the experience, and I'm here to give some people some free Bitcoin and remove those stupid misconceptions about it, being for terrorists or being illegal or whatever. I mean, some of the questions I get and reactions I get from people in real life when they find out that I'm into Bitcoin, I mean, it's absurd. And there's no reason for it other than mainstream media, hype, and I mean, just bullshit, right? Just nonstop crap because it's an unregulated industry. All of you guys are pioneers, right? Well, yeah. And shit posting, hey, I love shit posting like everybody else does, right? I mean, that's part of being, punk or whatever. I mean, that's part of the fun, but at the end of the day, when you're trying to really help, somebody, and you're trying to build an audience, it just the message gets lost in social media, and especially like Facebook and Twitter. It's just become antisocial now, right? Reading posts is so much different from me chatting with you guys, talking to you guys, getting on a Discord server with the rest of my Goldman Sachs crew, and get on here and talk about stuff. And again, not just Bitcoin, not just crypto, right? All markets. If you guys want to look at stocks or bonds, I mean, I follow everything. I mean, we'll look at freaking oil futures right now, right? Same chart. This is a descent into hell, right? Gas prices are going to come down, guys. I mean, based on this analysis right here, the electric car is about to take over the world. I mean, this is a chart, that you can look at from like months away. Look at crude futures, right? That is going down, 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 down. So, dude, I actually sold my Facebook stock in 2018, and I bought Bitcoin at 6K or 6.5K, and I watched this, I mean, I didn't hedge, I didn't short, I didn't convert back into cash. I don't do that. I'm looking to accumulate Bitcoin, and that's it. And I was down quite a bit. I mean, I watched it go down to the 3K, range, but I didn't get depressed. I dollar cost averaged. I bought more down there, and then I started getting aggressive when it started rebounding, and everyone was saying it was going to 1800 because that was my cue. When assholes like Tone Vays come on there and tell people, oh, short it to 1800 and gets a bunch of kids wrecked, that just it infuriates me. But I can't go on Twitter and attack him, right? I'm a guy with like 1,000 followers, like who am I, right? Well, I'm actually somebody who knows, traders who have been successful on Wall Street, unlike Tone Vays, and these other crypto personalities or Bitcoin billionaires or whatever they want to call themselves, these famous people. Well, half of them, have these titles as crypto experts or crypto consultants, and he's no different. He's just a personality now, and he's rich because of his notoriety and engagement and blah blah blah. But he's a failed Wall Street trader. That's what he is. It should be on his resume, right? And I'm not saying I'm a pro trader, but I don't claim I ever was. I've supported some of the best traders in the world. I've learned from people. I've absorbed things along the way that have helped me in my personal life. And now I've brought all that over to crypto, and it took me a while to get here because it's a whole different world. Everything, the trend analysis, the charting, the hype, especially when you first get into it and you're going through some kind of bull run, it's just absolutely good for you. Dump to Amazon, nice. Hey man, you know what? With this crazy stock market, who knows, man? That actually could end up being the trade of a lifetime too, right? I mean, if you don't have some exposure to Bitcoin at this point, I almost just think it's silly not to. Like even some of my friends are coming out of the woodwork now, like, oh, still messing with that Bitcoin? I'm like, well, yeah, I haven't stopped messing with it. I never will, right? It's just part of my life now. It's integrated into it. It might be this kind of pseudo anonymous part of my life, but I'm not going anywhere, guys. I tell people that on Twitter. I finally figured out I can broadcast on this now, and I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm freaking everywhere. I'm on Steam now. I mean, come on, bring it, Bring everybody over here. Let's get on Twitch. There's a couple really awesome people that, I'm happy to throw shout outs to that are already here. Crypto Messiah is, I mean, that dude is, he's like one of my favorite personalities. And if you don't know him, he's on here promoting a game called Hero, which is it's like a cryptocurrency, almost like trading game where you can bet Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies and kind of take like a trading setup. I don't know. We'll go look at that some other time. I don't want to get too far off topic. Thank you. Hey, listen, I appreciate that. Um, but we're just getting this thing started. So I need to get the word out there, get this channel rolling, make my affiliate, go through the grind. And I really, really, I really, really do appreciate the support. And anybody obviously that supports me, I'm going to support them. That's how small business owners work. That's how I see this Twitch growing. And people like me, that are starting to understand that all we really have to do is kind of build a brand around ourselves that's provides a value, right? That adds value. Well, what's my value going to be? Well, I'm going to bring all of the things I love and enjoy into Twitch. And I'm not saying that I love and enjoy drawing charts, but I do. I actually like doing this, and I do it anyway. So why wouldn't I share that with everyone? That's what I didn't really didn't get on that train till a couple of years ago. But I'm a Streamlabs noob, and now all of a sudden I've got this beautiful user interface, and again, just the support is awesome on Twitch. I'm really excited to be back in the gamer community too, because I know there's a ton of people that are getting exposed to crypto, and it will continue on, I think, to just get bigger and bigger and bigger in the gaming community. You can already see all the cryptocurrency being integrated not into just Twitch, but in gaming. And if you're not familiar with the Engine blockchain, I'm playing a game right now called Forgotten Artifacts. It's an independent developer game. I love supporting independent developers and independent people and thinkers. That's what I love to do. I'm very passionate about people that, want to break free from the corporate conglomerations and nonsense that we deal with and go do their own things and take that leap like him. So I'm going to support that game. I'm going to be playing it a lot. But it's also, being on Twitch has kind of rekindled my fire for gaming. I was kind of just burned out in gaming the last few years. Got a couple kids, I'm a family man, but I've always played video games. I've just never been able to integrate them all together. Here I am, man. So super excited. Yeah, well, that is something else too. So I'll do, anytime I kind of feel that there's something going on in the news or like a market update or just maybe like a quick Bitcoin update, I'll try to jump on it like 8 a.m. Eastern, which is basically before I start my work day, and I'll just do like a quick blast, and I'll set a timer on my slobs, and I'll just do like 5 minutes. But I'll try to do kind of quick 5 minute market blast so that it's not an hour of video people need to digest. This is Engine Coin, which, you kind of look at this, does not look great. I mean, that's not a good look for Engine right now on the 4 hour. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, still not good either. So this is kind of our trading range right now on the Bitcoin Eng. I'm sorry, this is USD. So 2 cents, 25 cents. Trading around the mean right now, so I would expect us to kind of test this mean and see if we bounce up right now. It might not be a terrible place to start picking some up, but if you want to buy Eng, you're doing it on, if you're in the United States, you're doing it on Huobi now. Um, Man, I don't even know where else you would go buy it. You can't buy that on Coinbase. So I think that'll kind of change too. I think, Eng will be one that ends up market wide accepted, but I use Cash App right now for kind of spot BTC and like Bitcoin purchases, and even that's a little scary because they do the know your customer thing, and you have to send them your ID. When you're in cryptocurrency, like that's just one thing that I don't know. It's always something that you think you shouldn't have to do, right? Because if you're in crypto and the whole point of crypto is to be pseudo anonymous or whatever, you have to give somebody your ID that kind of gives almost a government, a way to come after you. I don't know. I mean, that's definitely what a lot of old crypto heads would say about something like that. So, on the Eng purchases, I think Star actually was buying some of this and just kind of buying a little bit and stashing it. I might wait just a little while longer for this trend to change here, kind of see what's going to happen. The one I wanted to kind of look at though before we sign off was Ethereum because this is really what's driving the altcoin market in my opinion. And I mean that's not a good looking trend, guys, but it caught a bounce, and we're bouncing off of this support. So let's zoom out so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This is a weekly Ethereum Bitcoin chart, and this is Coinbase. And I usually use Coinbase because it's pretty consistent and steady. And it also represents kind of where our new flock, I don't want to say, new money is going to come from, but that's kind of what it is. Get rid of this MMR. So this is obviously against Bitcoin. You can see we've been in this downward trend. It's bringing all the altcoins down, has been for several weeks now. Um, Made a really good run, right? That's a huge spike there. Made a really good run against Bitcoin. Was way up in USD as well. And then bam, as soon as we hit that top, just slow descent, all the way down here. The scary part, though, kind of what I was talking about, is if we don't, it looks like we're catching support right now. So hopefully it bounces, we make a run back up, and everyone's happy, and they get their alt season, and we start disco partying like we did at the end of 2017. But my job as an analyst is to look at both sides. All right, so if that happens, great. And then we start throwing money at it right here. It's going to the moon, and we all become millionaires. Great. All right. So what happens if it doesn't? Well, if it doesn't, it's going down probably, another. I mean, here's 30% on the next move down, and that's 40%, which is 43% there to the next level down. Uh, that's not good news, right? That's bad news. So if we go down to test for the support, that's going to get ugly. That's going to get real ugly. So again, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but as a trader, you're always looking at both sides of your plan, right? What is your plan? What do you think's going to happen, and then what could happen, right? And you always want to try to put yourself in the best position to mitigate your risk, right? Again, some of the best traders are the ones that trade the least, right? And there's nothing wrong with sitting back and watching and trying to pick your spot. KuCoin, there you go. KuCoin. Bam. See, thanks for sharing that because now I'll tell Star. And I actually have a KuCoin account. It's not my favorite, but you know what? I mean, it's better than nothing as far as alternatives go, and I haven't had any problems with KuCoin. So that was those were the things I wanted to cover. Misconceptions. We're going to talk markets. I want to bring consistency in, so please, if you can join me at 8 p.m. Eastern Sunday nights, that's when we'll do this show. I'll make it as comfortable as I can. I'm giving Bitcoin away. I mean, I don't know what else I can do to attract people, so I'm not going to try any harder than that. I mean, I will do everything I can from a social media aspect to channel, people's interests. But again, it's a weird spot in this market. It was very deflated in March, and we kind of got this meteoric run up. But it almost seems like there's still a lot of people that are just like, whatever, that Bitcoin. I bought some of that, and I lost my ass in 2018. Well, okay, I mean, you're not alone, right? And if you guys are any of that, I mean, I had, I took losses and I was holding altcoins and trying to flip them in March, and some of those got absolutely crushed. And I'm not, I'm here to admit it, right? That's how you learn sometimes the hard way, and I did, so thank you so much for joining, Frosty. I appreciate it. We'll see you next Sunday night, and obviously I'll see you this week on gaming. Let me know if there's anything you guys would like to cover too, or look at between now and then. Yeah, we've got just, a couple of minutes left to the top of the hour too. So I hit everything I wanted to hit on. We quickly looked at some tokens, but if there's anything, I mean, these are the ones I'm watching, guys. So if I was recommending coins, if you're looking to take a little risk and you want to start maybe just buying little chunks here and there, we were talking about basically anything that has a good on ramp, right? So that's anything on Coinbase. Coinbase is the best on ramp for new users right now. It just really is. It's the most simple platform to use. They are going to try to be government compliant. And I would think that anything that is going to be, regulatory approved, quote unquote, would be safer plays than going to buy your, really obscure altcoin on some shady exchange right now that may not be there tomorrow, right? So I would stick, if I was personally taking a little risk on some of these, I'd be swooping up the more notariable tokens, the ones on our screen right now, the links, the Eng, the BAT, stuff that has utility, that I know has utility, right? I mean, I'm using the Engine blockchain right now to play video games. I think that has a future. So, same with basic attention token. I'm on my BAT browser right now earning BAT, right? I think that will continue. That's a trend I think will continue. Same with cryptocurrency in general. I think that this is just the very beginning and it's another market cycle and another one will continue just like the one that did in 2018, 2019. I think that, a lot of these coins will bounce back. That's my honest opinion, but it's about the timing. It's always about the timing. And sometimes when you have the most to gain, it's because, other people are afraid to take that risk, right? So I'll leave you with that. If you guys have any questions, again, let me know. I'll turn on just a little music here, kind of go through some of my screens just to transition back. I'm gonna play with a couple of glow sticks here. Maybe I'll kill the feed and probably jump on and play some Forgotten Artifacts. If you guys want to see that, please jump on, let me know. But make sure, and if you can, set alert on a event to that weekly candle close Sunday night. Let me know if there's any problems or if conflicts or anything like that. But I plan on doing it, every week, and I want to be consistent with it so that we kind of build a little audience here and get some engagement going, hang out, and have some fun. So again, thank you very much for joining me. I am your host, BTC Biff. I really appreciate the follows, guys. Again, I just getting started, so appreciate everyone helping me kind of build this channel in the short term, and in the long term, I really do think that this whole thing is going to blow up, and not just the stuff we've been talking about, but the stuff on Twitch. I mean, Twitch is awesome. So just to put this out there, guys, today I was watching Twitch on my big screen TV using a Fire Stick, right? So I'm on the internet. I'm not even paying for cable anymore. I'm chatting with Indian Outlaw. He's playing games, right? I'm chatting with him on my Amazon Fire Stick using voice to talk, and it's texting into his channel, like chat. I was like, wow, I'm watching the future. I really am. I mean, people that are making their own little brand spaces here on Twitch, all of that will enable peer-to-peer transactions, guys. It will enable small businesses. It will enable people that want to, display artwork and other skills, and do it themselves and not need an intermediary or a middleman, become sovereign. That's what this is all about. So if I can help any of us on that journey, I'm looking forward to that. So thank you again, and we'll go ahead and close it up here. I'll flip over. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate all of the support. And hit me up on Twitter, any of the other mediums, DM me anytime. Thank you very much.